they didn't seem to have much grip, and as you can see, no traction roll there at all. I can go full throttle, turn around. Oh, I hit a rock. What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are looking at the Subotech Warrior. This has come from Bangor. There's a link to it in the description, and it's meant to be a 1/10 scale cross-country vehicle. 45 kilometers an hour. Is it going to do 45 kilometers an hour? Really? We'll get there. We'll stick the GPS on when we've got it out running, see how close we can get to that. But I'm going to go for, let's say 28. I'm going to go for maybe 30. I don't think 45 is achievable. Anyway, it's a 4-wheel drive. Do you want to call it a monster truck maybe? I've got the gold version. They do a blue and a gold. I've got the gold one. Says whole metal bearings, so it should have all bearings in there. Rudder machine, so it's got a servo, like fully proportional, shocks, metal geared diff, rubber tyres, high speed motors. And what they've done there is they've taken a picture of possibly a brushless motor, made it have 2 leads. So it looks like brushless, but it's actually a brushed. It says it comes with, says up here it comes with 1500 milliamp hour, 7.4 volt battery. It's probably a lithium ion, 1/10 scale. Now, it's the shocks, it says shock absorber there. I'm pretty sure in the description on the website it says hydraulic shock absorbers. Now hydraulic generally means there's oil in them, so I'd expect to see possibly some oil shocks. Excuse the pun, but I will not be shocked if there isn't oil shocks. So in the box you get a transmitter, just a generic one, quite cheap feeling, but you've got steering, dual rate steering trim on there, fully proportional. Yeah, not the best I've had from one of these Chinese products, but it's a transmitter nonetheless. You do get your 1500 milliamp hour 7.4 volt lithium ion, so that is good. A set of instructions with a USB charging lead, a screwdriver. You've got a hex wrench there with Allen key and some spare body clips, and looks like a couple of spare screws as well. And you get this little adapter, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Now I have had this out of the box already, and I purely got it out of the box just to take the clear film off it, have a quick look over it, make sure it wasn't damaged, which it wasn't. But other than that, I've not really looked at it. I have noticed the suspension is very springy. That may be because there's no oil in the shocks. We've had that before. Or it might be that they're not oil shocks, and I know what my money's on. So the look of this, generally, I mean, it looks okay. I think the gold and the black do go well, but if I'm honest, it does look a little bit toy grade. The wheels don't really suit the sort of truck it is. The plasticky looking roof rack and the trim at the back. I mean, it looks okay, but for me, it does look a little bit cheap. Tyres, well, not very hard. They're not plastic, but they're a hard rubber compound. They don't feel like they're going to give much grip on the terrain. Not liking the wheels much, but let's think of something positive for it. It's an RC car. Right, let's take the body off, and when we take the body off, I'm just going to talk about this adapter. Now, take the body pins off. And the body still doesn't come off. You have to undo. There's 4 fixing screws at the side, and they are going to take you forever with this little adapter. Luckily the battery goes in underneath, but I recommend get a screwdriver. Ta-da! So underneath, now talking of toy grade, it's got this big cover over it, which again gives it a bit of a toy grade look. However, you can take this off. It has got a real steering servo, and under here you've got some electronics like an ESC, but looking in, it's like all the open electronics. So it's basically an ESC in there, but with no covers over it. So it has got this big protective cover over here. Motor sits up the back, looks like a little 390 maybe in there. You could easily fit a 540 in there, but there's a 390 or 380 motor at the back there. It has got open diffs, and we've got metal diff cups, drive shafts, and I'm going to take a wheel off and check that we got bearings in there. So I'm going to take a wheel off, check that we got bearings in there. Metal hexes, good sign. And sure enough, we do actually have bearings in there, so confirmed. We've got a set of LEDs here that go to the front there, and other than that, I think that's about it for the chassis. Right, shocks. Okay, so looking at them, I mean, the shock caps just clip on. There's no sealing there. And I can tell by the way they're flopping about there. These are not oil shocks. Isn't that a surprise? Come on. How many times am I going to make videos and review these trucks? And they put metal bearings in, they've put metal drive shafts in, they've put metal diff gears in, but they haven't put oil shocks in. Let's put the body back on. Let's get the battery charged. I am going to stick my GPS in there. We'll give it a run. We'll see if it does 45 kilometers an hour. We'll give it a general run, a bit of a bash, and we'll see how it is. Well, what a beautiful day it is. It's meant to be summer. It's raining, it's windy, but we're going to give this thing a run. Got the SkyRC GPS in it. We're at my... It's kind of become my little proving ground here, because there's every single bit of terrain you could really think of, apart from any intense rock crawling, but it's got pretty much everything. So we're going to give it a quick speed run. I'm not recording the screen this time, but as you can see, we'll just stick it on track and press start. This is really good, this new GPS from SkyRC. There's a link to it in the description along with a link to the truck. It's meant to do 45 kilometers an hour. Let's give it a go and see what we get. It's a bit faster than I thought it was, but yeah, that's not 45 kilometers an hour, is it? What did I say, 28 I think? I don't think it's 28. I'm gonna go for 22. Oh, we've got it in miles an hour, 15 miles. I forgot this is in miles an hour, 15 miles an hour. ...24 kilometers an hour. Not far off, definitely not 45. Right, let's try this on a few different bits of terrain. I'm not going in the water because I don't believe it's waterproof. Just on your normal tarmac or concrete is fine. Them tyres, like I said, they didn't seem to have much grip, and as you can see, no traction roll there at all. I can go full throttle, turn round. Oh, I hit a rock. So like I was saying, full throttle, turn full, and it doesn't fall over, and that's because there's no grip in them tyres. Four-wheel drive, it's okay at the moment. Let's go and put it on some of the rough stuff. This is where you're going to see it needs oil shocks. Bouncing around. But it's getting over the terrain, I'll give it that. So it's not all bad. But come on, China. Oil shocks, please. It's actually a bit better than I thought. I don't think it was going to go as well on the terrain. I didn't think it was going to go as well on the terrain, but now that looks like a very big battery. Wow, wonder where that's come from. Maybe we should put that in it, that'll make it go faster. That is massive. A proving ground and a bit of a scrap yard by the looks of it. Okay, so this doesn't go too bad. I'm still not sure whether it's something that I'd buy. Let's take it on a bit of grass, because that's generally where people are going to run it, on a bit of grass. Got some long and short grass over here, a bit wet as well. So yeah, and again, not bad. Long grass, seems to get through there all right as well. I tell you what, for a little 380 or 390 motor, oh, that's very long grass over there. Yeah. Okay, so it goes well actually. It doesn't do 45 kilometers an hour, but there's not much terrain it doesn't go over. And again, it's the oil shocks it's missing. All the metal bearings, metal drive shafts, diffs, etc. I was a bit negative about this at first, but it's actually not that bad. As you can see, all the terrain we've taken over, didn't really struggle with any. Definitely needs oil shocks on there. Cheers for watching. Link in the description. Do I recommend it? It's not bad. Would I buy it? Probably not. There's better stuff out there for the price, I reckon. But overall, yeah, not bad, Subotech. Oil shocks, please.